In this video, we are going to return keys with smallest value. Hello, I'm Jagan from growwithdata. I am posting this video to share my knowledge in Python language with you. If this assists you in interview preparation anyways, I will be happy. If you want to know more about the channel, you go to YouTube, growwithdata. You have the playlist. This video is related to the Python interview questions. If you go to the playlist, you can see all the videos related to this playlist. If you want to get the code, you can go to the description part where you have the GitHub link. When you click on the link, it will take you to the GitHub where we have all the code base. If you want to join the WhatsApp channel of growwithdata, you can use this link and you can join the WhatsApp channel. Fine. Now, let's see the input data and you can talk about the question in detail. We are given a dictionary and a numerical value. So the dictionary has a key and a value pair. What we have to do is we have to return the key with the smallest value given here, n equal to 2. That means we have to get the second smallest value. Here 300 is the smallest, 500 is the second smallest. So we have to get the key related to that value. So you get the smart TV as the output. Here we have two more edge cases. Let me put it here. So it says if the solution involves two keys that have the same value, then you return that in the alphabetical order. Okay, lexicographically, earliest means is the alphabetical order. If n is larger than the number of distinct keys or equal to 0, then you return null. That means if n equal to 20, but the dictionary has only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 values, right? So n is greater than the length of the dictionary. So we have to return null here. Okay, these are the two edge cases we have to address. Fine. Now let's take this input and we can talk about the basic things. How will you read a dictionary, keys and values? We have seen in our previous videos how you read the dictionary as keys and values and both, and how you sort the dictionaries, right? This is going to be the same concept. If you say input dictionary, it will give you the dictionary values, like keys and values. If you say items, it will give you a dictionary list with the keys and values in it. You can just break down and then read the keys and values separately. For example, you say a equal to this, and you say for I in a, print a. So, sorry, print I. Right? So when you print every dictionary item, it will just give you the keys and values. If you want to read only the keys, then you just say I of 0. Then it will just only the keys. If you say I of 1, that will give you the values. You can just read I of 1 and I of 0 separately, right? So this is the way you read both keys and values. If you want to add only the keys, right? So you can say keys, so we don't have this 1 and 0. So A will have a list. We don't have to print. We can just say A. It will give you a dictionary list of all the keys. When you say values, it will give you the values separately. So now what we need is, we need only the values and we have to get the second smallest value, right? So we get the keys dot values to get all the values. And we have duplicates here, right? So we want to get the second. So you know the difference between the set and the list, right? Set don't have duplicates. Here, set gives you the distinct of the list. But the problem with set is we can't get the second. Like if you say the second, right, it will throw you an error saying that the set object, you can't do this. So because the set is the unordered collection of unique elements, right? We can't do a expected order in the set. So we can't use the index part of it. So you can directly access the elements in the set using the indices like this, which we can do that in the list or tuples. So if you want to get access the elements in by the index position, then we have to convert that to a list or a tuple. We haven't talked tuple much, but we talked about the list before, right? So list of the set and then you do it. The problem here is when you do 2, the list was not sorted. So we just sort it and then you take the second. When you say second, why is it getting 99? It's supposed to be 500, right? Let's see here. So the second is 500, but when you say 2, it's getting 999 because the list starts with 0 index, right? When you want to get 300, we have to put 0. So when you want to get the second, then we have to say 1. That means whatever the number we get, if you want to get that position, right? Position is different from index. When you say position 1, 2, 3, and 4. When you access through the index, then you say 0, 1. So whatever the n they say, we just simply say n minus 1. So this will give you the second. If you want to get the third, that means 3 minus 1, which get you the third value. Okay, so this is the easiest way to get the values and which order it is in, right? We sorted based on the list values, so it will be the ascending order. And we have seen if you want to get in the reverse, that is descending order, then we say reversed equal to true. So reverse equal to 2. So let me take out this. So when you say reverse equal to true, it will just go with the descending order. But now we want the second. Yeah, when you do the reverse, then if you want to get the second, then we can just say minus 2. So because when you do reverse, it will go in the minus 1, minus 2 order, right? Then we can just say minus 2. So it's simply you can say minus n. So we get the second smallest when you do a reverse order. So however you want to do it. You don't want to do n minus 1, then you just do a reverse order and just say n minus n. Okay. We do it the normal way. We just do ascending order sorting and then n minus 1, which give you the position. We can talk about the edge cases later, but we can just do the normal process here. Okay, now you got the second or whatever the index value is, the smallest key based on that position. Okay, now we can just say position val like this. Now we have to get all the keys with that value. So how will you do a looping and a dictionary? Since we learned about the items, keys, and values, we just say key val in input dictionary. We check if the value equal to the position value we look for. Then we just need to have a list, result list. So we say result dot append the key. Okay, so we get the too many values to unpack. Oh, okay, so we haven't put the items, right? Okay, so when you put items, you get the keys and value. We check if the value is same like the position value we got, the second position, right? And then we check if every time the value is equal to the position value. It checks if it's good, then it adds to the result. So here, most of the time we say a equal to a plus 1, right? That kind of value. The variable equal to variable plus the operation. But when you do append, we just say result dot append, right? So why are we doing that? So there is something called in place. So for example, let me say result equal to result plus append. When you do like that, the result will be null or none. Okay. The problem is when you have list dot append, the method modifies a list in place and returns none value. If you say like this, right? So what happens? It will try to do the result dot append and will return a null value, and they say it as a in place. In place means it refers to the fact that the operation modifies the object directly without creating a new object. So the result is not created, right? It just modifies itself. So when you say list.append, it's an in-place operation, right? It just modifies the existing list. But when you assign that to a variable, then it will just create none for that variable. So make sure you don't do assignment for the append operation. Okay. Now we got the smart TV and we got all the operations. So what we normally do, we just create a function, grow with data, and then we say input dictionary and n, and then we just move this and we say return the result, and when you call the function, it's going to give you the result. Great. Now we have to talk about the second one. If you say n is greater than the number of distinct keys or equal to 0, then return none. So when you have this sorted part, right? So if the list is, the length of the list is less than the number here, then we have to return none. So what we can do is, we say list equal to this if length of list is less than n. Okay. Before that, we can say if n is equal to 0, or you can say less than or equal to. Even if there's a negative value, you can address it. Or the length of list is less than n, then you return none. If everything is good, then we can use the list and then get the nth position. Now if you say n equal to 0, then nothing returns. It just returns null value. If n is 20, it will be taken care of. So only if the n is a valid list, then you get the smart TV. So the second one is addressed. The first one, the solution involves more than 2 keys. For example, the second, right? We get the 500. We add one more. We can so smart TV. We can say fridge. Okay. So everything is in small. So when you say fridge is also 500. So we got 2 keys with the same value, second position. So we got smart TV and fridge. But what they say is you get the lexicographically order the list and get the first one. So instead of result, we just say sort this. When you sort this, F comes first and smart TV comes next. And then you get the 0. So you get the fridge. So even if there is only one value, the same thing happens. It just sort the list with one value and it get the first one. So there is no problem with it. So we addressed the second one with the if condition and then the first one with the return value. We sort and get this. So this is a simple solution. We talk about this dictionary, how to read and sort everything before. So you can see the previous videos. That will be much easier to address these kind of questions. Okay. So as usual, once you have the normal flow, you can just simplify this, right? So this condition, this edge case, we can't do much. Let's see what we can do with the reading the dictionary and the if condition. Okay, let's go with the simpler version for this. How can we do that? Let's get the input variables. So we have this, and then we are going to say the dictionary part. We have the dictionary here. Okay, now we say if the length part, right? We can just have this length. You can have this length as sorted directly here. If n is less than or equal to 0 or this, then you return none. Okay, and When you do the sorting part of the dictionary, we did that before. We say sorted items equal to, how will you do the dictionary part? We say sorted input dict dot items. We are going to have a lambda function key equal to lambda x, and then we just say x of 1, x of 0. So x of 1 will get the keys and x of 0 will get the, x of 1 will get the value, x of 0 will get the keys, and we sort based on the keys, and then we read that dictionary with the items. So when you do the items, you get the keys and values, and we use the value as the first one, keys as the second one, and you sort this, right? Now if you sorted item, now if you print, you will know what is the, we have to call the function. Let's get this. List, length of list. So we say n. Length of the list is less than n. Sorted list and int. Okay, so this is supposed to be the length. Input dict. So do you have spelling mistake? Okay, input dict. Okay, now the dictionary has been sorted based on the values and then the keys. Now you have the second one, right? Now with this, we can just say print sorted item. You get n minus 1, which is the second one, right? And then it will get fridge and 500. In that, you get the key. So you get the fridge. So you return this. So you get the fridge. What we did, instead of doing the for and if, we sort the dictionary directly with the value and the keys, and then you get the n minus 1, which we did the same process here, n minus 1, and then to get the keys, you get the 0th position of that set, right? So we get the expected result. So instead of going with all the for and if, we just did it in the simple one-liner where you do that. So instead of getting sorted and then do it, you can just say return whatever you are doing here. You can just do it here. Even this will work. So you just reduce one more line. Return tu or return. You get this. If you want to do more exercise, we normally do the assert function. You try it with more exercise, more sample input data, and you get the result. Hope you like this video. Thanks for watching.